Final Fantasy XIV Online, Wondrous Tales. Wondering how you start the quest, where you go, what you do, stick with me. I'll tell you. This is Mystic saying hello my wolf pack and thank you for watching my video. You're going to go to Ildashire, Idleshire, however you say it, and you just saw where it shows you an unctuous adventurer will send you in the right direction. And the name of the quest that you're looking for is Keeping Up with the Allopos? I don't know. Anyway, and I just showed you here where Chloe, she's the one you go to every week, and you get a new book, and you turn in the book that you complete. So you'll be all too familiar with the area that I'm in right now, and maybe you already are familiar with this area, and you just wondered, okay, what's going on here? There's a few different ways that you can do and achieve this each week. One is the Party Finder, which I just showed you, and you go in unsynced. The next is you just queue up as is, go in the Duty Finder, which the Party Finder and the Duty Finder are separate entities or separate things that you would use in the game, and I do have a video available explaining that. If you would like to look it up, just look up my name, Mystic Shepherd Gaming. So here we are, and we're inside a trial, and no, it's not one of the ones that shows up for Wondrous Tales, but I thought, hey, this is a great way to show anybody who's watching how cool a lot of the closer to the end game content there is. This is one of the Eden trials that is in the last DLC that came out. So basically I'm keeping it at normal speed so I can explain better or more Wondrous Tales. And basically it's like tic-tac-toe, or some of you may know it as noughts and crosses, okay? So it's the same thing, just depends on where you're from. And you know, that's the question of the day. If you know it tic-tac-toe by another name, just put it in the comment section. You don't have to tell me where you're from, who you heard it from, or whatever. Just noughts and crosses, tic-tac-toe. And even though I said those two names, tell me that anyway in the comment section. The question of the day, how do you know tic-tac-toe? Is it by tic-tac-toe or another name? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go and you'll go into your inventory and you go over to like your special inventory, you know, where you use quest or select items for quests that you're doing, and it's not in your regular inventory. So you go into that and you open up the book and you will see that it tells you if you go into this game, you'll get one of, ooh, look at that. I died in this thing. Okay, well, don't notice that after that. I'm sure I died more than once. My character, that is. Anyway, so you're going to go in, and it's going to be like level 1 to 49 dungeons. You'll get a sticker. And so instead of like an X or an O, you'll get a sticker, basically. And so if you go to 1 to 49, you get a sticker. If you go to 50 to 59, you'll get a sticker. And you see the pattern here, and go into 80s. That's across, I think 50, 60, 70 is one, maybe, sticker, just like they do with the Duty Roulette type thing. Okay. And then, like, they have trials. They have, like, a Realm Reborn trials, they have, Heavensward trials, and they have some others also, but those are the key ones, and they also have like 24-man raids randomly in there. And I really believe that the reason why they started this is to get people to continue wanting to do those things past a certain point, because people that are starting to play the game or haven't gotten to that point yet, because not everybody started the game at the same time. Never everybody has gone into, like, let's say this particular 12-person trial that I'm running right now. Not everybody, went into this at the same time for the first time, and that's one. So, like, people that are new to the game, or like I said. They had to find a way to basically help those people get through their storyline, because they're going through the storyline, and that's where they introduced these dungeons, the raids, trials, whatever you'd like to say. So that's where Wondrous Tales came forward. And it's really neat because basically you get a lot of rewards, and it changes weekly. It's not always the same rewards. You can get minions, and they're specific minions that you could only get by doing Wondrous Tales. And, you know, of course, it's not always going to be like, okay, one line, you get all this great stuff. When you get one line, you get decent stuff as a reward. You get a choice of one thing you choose, and then they give you, like, something else. And then when you get 2 lines, you choose something from each specific line, and then you get something else, and so on. You can also choose to get, like, a certificate. Like, for 2 lines, I believe it's like a bronze certificate, or is that 1 line? I may be misspeaking. And they have bronze, silver, and gold certificates, and you can use those to purchase other things, you know, that maybe if there's something you didn't want, maybe they have like a consistent something that you have your eye on to purchase, and you use those certificates and you get it. And here's the helpful thing is that whatever the currency is, and I'm not even going to say the name of the currency because it's ever changing. With each and every update, but with updates comes the change of currency in the game. And we're not talking about the gold that's showing on my screen. We're talking about like certificate currencies, or you know, crafting currencies, or things like that. It's that type of currency. So it's always changing, and there's usually, you know, there used to be 2 or 3 at a time, and I think they've kept it pretty much down to 2 now. And anytime it changes, you can go to you know, and exchange it for the new updated currency. But that's, you know, getting a little bit off track. So you can receive currencies as a reward, and actually in today's, I didn't show it at the end because I didn't want, I thought about it, I'm like, oh, you know, I did get 2 lines, but I didn't want to show it. I didn't want to make anyone who has never gotten it. That was my first time, and I've been doing Wondrous Tales for quite some time. But I just didn't want anyone to feel disheartened. I didn't want anyone to feel bad, because, you know, the key thing that I try and push in this game is kindness. Random acts of kindness and patience, and not being mean to each other in this game, because we don't need to be a game full of elitists. We need to be a game full of people that are kind, considerate, and helpful, right? And, you know, maybe even in life you can apply that. But anyway, so that's why I didn't want to show, you know, the actual end part of where, you know, I got however many, the 2 lines and what I got and this, that, and the other thing. But, you know, again, you can get minions, you can get gear. And that's how, if you ever look on even the market board and you see that there's like whatever the end game gear is at that time, and it's high quality, but it's also like augmented. That's how these people are getting a hold of the augmented end game gear, is by getting like 3 lines. I mean, like, how awesome is that? I mean, and how crazy to sell it, but how crazy are you not to sell it? I mean, like, the insane amounts of gil or gold, whatever you would like to call it, that you would get from selling it in game is probably, you know, quite high. So, but anyway, every Tuesday a new journal comes out. So let's say, you know, you never finished your journal from a week ago. Well, I believe you still have time. You know, and when you put your cursor, whether you're on the PC or if you look at the book on the PlayStation, you know, basically it'll tell you when it expires. So let's say it expired. You can just go to Chloe and she'll be like, "Aw, you didn't finish your stories." And then you ask her for another book and she's like, "Say pretty, please." You know, she's a kid. She's cute. She's adorable. I love her. So you turn in your book and you get a new book. Now let's say you got tic-tac-toe. You got 1 line, you got 2 lines, you got 3 lines, whatever the case may be. You then look at your options before you go back to her. You don't have to. I mean, you can look at it when you turn it in. Just turn your book in and then she'll let you choose the prizes that you want. You know, and then basically, if it's not, let's say Friday you finish it when you got it on Tuesday, well then you have to wait until Tuesday again to get another book. Or let's say you didn't complete the book until after Tuesday. Let's say you picked it up on a Tuesday and you had not finished it by the following Tuesday. Well, you can still turn it in as long as it hadn't expired. Turn it in, get your prizes, then you can go, turn right back around and get another book. So, you didn't miss out. You don't have to rush. You don't have to kill yourself as long as you finish your book by the time it expires. Okay? So, don't forget 2 ways to get into, to do the Wondrous Tales. And I firmly believe you can get materia, whether it be for crafting, gathering materia, warrior class, fighter class, it doesn't matter. But level 60 is what you need to be to start this quest and to be able to do the Wondrous Tales. I hope this actually helped you. I know that there are things online that you can look and it'll help you figure out your percentages or whatever of getting 1 line, 2 lines, etc. Please remember to smash that like button, ring the bell for future videos and or not live streams. I don't do live streams anymore. And hit that subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day.